NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland Raiders, they sit at 5-2, and Derek Carr, their quarterback, getting them to 5-2 in Week 7 with a 200-yard passing performance and 1 touchdown.
And a big win in Jacksonville on the road. You're talking about a team that's looking to create an identity. I'm talking about the Raiders to get back into the race and be one of those factors in the AFC West. If they're going to do so, Derek Carr is going to have to lead them.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. 30 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. First carry for Latavius Murray. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Latavius Murray grew up 150 miles from Jacksonville, and he played like he was back in his home state in Week 7. 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Nothing like that good home cooking and that hometown support, is there? And Latavius Murray, he'd also missed some time with an injury. So, you know, he was eager to be back on the field, and it showed against the Jaguars.
Yeah, he's from Titusville, Florida. Played his college ball at Central Florida, didn't he?
UCF. He's a Knight.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. From the gun, it's Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And they'll get him down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Out is Gronkowski now for the Raider field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Simeon completes it to Norwood. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Five yards to gain here on third down. They'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. This is Booker on the dump off. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. First and 10, quick pass and completion is made here, and he'll end up at the 45-yard line before being tackled. Raiders, though, would settle for just a field goal. Broncos have it late in the second. Thomas is found on the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 46-yard line. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. That incompletion gives us a second to talk about the NFC East, which we've discussed the last couple weeks. But, gosh, every team in that division is above 500 right now.
And did anyone really expect Dallas to be 5-1 now?
No.
Even if Tony Romo had been healthy, right? starting the year made people skeptical. They're 5-1. Dak Prescott steering that ship. Washington won the division last year. They're still at 4-3, and they beat Philadelphia, who's 4-2. I can't wait for this Dallas-Philadelphia game on Sunday night. That ought to be a good one. The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. He's back to throw. Green with a catch left side. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run the option left. And he went. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Third down and 12.
Strong left, strong left. Exit, exit. All right, here we go. Red 18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Gronkowski bangs it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Gronkowski to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
They'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be good for a Denver 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And on 2nd and 10 now. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
Back to throw. He's got time. Still back there. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time, and that brings up 4th down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.